And it is illegal motion, Ed. You got it. False start on the Tornadoes. And they'll move it back.
That's not a way to start a drive, especially when you're inside the opposing team's 40. So now they have a first and long situation. Let's see if they go to the air with their improving quarterback, or if they try Marlon Mack again. You probably can't go wrong giving him the ball.
At the Pirate 42 now, first and 15. Mack in the pullback slot. Actually, no, the upman slot. Oh, it is the pullback. In the offset eye. Not going to get it, though. Another running back gets it, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And that was Darius Jones, who took the inside handoff, and well read by the Pirate defense there. Maybe a yard on the play, if anything. It'll be third down now. Actually, second down and 14.
Yeah, that was a nice defense by Braden River. They weren't fooled by anything on that one. Good push up front and held Jones there to a gain of only one, setting up a second and long situation.
Tornadoes, they take their time in the huddle. Braden River was playing with the no huddle, a very short huddle. Now they line up two wide out to the near side, one to the far side. Again, a offset eye in the backfield. Henderson takes the snap, hands off to Mack, trying to go left. Now he cuts back right, finds a hole, gets sparked 35, down to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, cuts to the outside of the 10, to the 5, and he's in the end zone. Another touchdown for Marlon Mack, 42 yards.
The Braden River defense just not pursuing to the ball. Mack took that handoff, went up the middle, and stopped, trying to find an opening, cut to his right. And once he did that, he found a bigger opening and headed towards the goal line. No one was able to catch him. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the ground in this game. 3:58 still remaining in the first quarter, and that puts Booker up 12-6 with the extra point oncoming here.
And the kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:58 left in the opening quarter, the Booker Tornadoes lead it 13-6 over the Braden River Pirates. And Marlon Mack, an 80-yard touchdown run, and now a 42-yarder. If I add that correctly, it's 122 yards and 2 carries.
2 carries, not a bad average. 61-yard average
yes.
So far for Marlon Mack here in the first quarter. Braden River better figure out how to stop him. You got to get a lot of hats on him because he's had not really much opening early on both runs, but no pursuit, was able to get there, and then he was able to make a move and go. And once he's in the open field, no one's catching him, it doesn't appear. So Braden River better get that one figured out. It doesn't matter how much Titus Humphrey is able to run it for tonight.
So the Tornadoes, who were on the sideline, the offense was for 4.5 minutes to start the ball game, and they are piling up points quickly, piling up yardage quickly. Marlon Mack, an 80-yarder on one play, and then just a couple of plays on that drive. 1 minute drive, Ed. They go 37 yards officially. They had a penalty to push them back to the 42.
3 plays of offense, 13 points so far for the Tornadoes.
And the kick, this one is kind of a lower end over again kick. It's going to be fielded at the 1 yard line, out to the 10, to the 15, to the far side, to the 20, to the 25, finding room along the far sideline to the 40 yard line. And pushed out of bounds just shy of the 40 yard line. Another good return by the Pirates.
Sort of
Crawford again.
Sort of the same kind of move there. He's headed towards the middle of the field to get behind the wedge. And then he makes a cut towards the sideline. He almost got that one turned up and down the sideline, able to get it out to the 40. Nice return, giving good field, but it looks like
well, they knocked it back to the 31. That's where
I guess
they
knocked him
I thought
out.
He was up further than that, but he must have stepped out earlier.
Knocked him out. Not as great a return as we thought. Good job closing the sideline off there on the return by
First
Booker.
and 10 at the Pirate 31 yard line. Pirates again moving from right to left to in this first quarter of play. Here's Humphrey on the inside handoff, finds room, breaks the tackle, gets across the 30 to the 35, and picks up about 4 yards on that first down carry. And Humphreys has been busting some good holes up there. That's not quite as many as he has been getting on first down, but still a good first down carry. No huddle again. Bring up a second down and 6. Then change the down marker over there on the far side. Second down. Double wide out to the near side and one to the far side. Peoples in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, looks to throw, throws deep down the far sideline, has a man there, but overthrown by about 2 strides.
Braden River not afraid to go deep. They like Ross going down the sideline. He had his man beat, not by a lot. Would have taken an excellent pass to drop it in there, but it was overthrown, as you mentioned, Doug. Ball's incomplete. It sets up second down.
Third down now.
Third
they
down
forgot to change it. There we go.
There you go.
Third down. 6. That was Justin Ross, one of People's favorite receivers, but overthrew him by a couple of strides. So another third down and long play here. Let's see if the Tornado defense, they're kind of bunching up right now. Perhaps coming in on the blitz. Peebles, now they're not rushing as hard, although they are flushing him out of the pocket. Peebles throws in a run. He completes out to the 47-yard line to Justin Ross. And Ross picks up the first down.
Ross did the square and pattern similar to the one they threw on their first drive. Just got past the first down markers and was there ready for the pass. Peebles put it on the money, and they're moving the chains here with first down for Braden River.
At the 47-yard line of the Pirates now. First and 10. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left in this first quarter. Booker leads it 13-6. Very entertaining first quarter of football here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Doug Miles along with Ed Schneider with you tonight. Double wide out to the far side, one to the near side. Peebles inside, no, fakes a handoff, he's going to run with it himself. Tries to cut outside, nothing doing there. He's brought down for a yard loss. And a good tackle in the backfield there by Ladarius Bowman. As we said, he goes 5'10", 277.
He showed nice quickness on that play. Had penetrated into the backfield, was able to get in there and hold Peebles to a 1-yard gain, setting up second and long for the Pirates.
At the 48-yard line, Peebles takes the snap again, looking to throw, throws to the near side, has Ross there, and he makes the catch, hit down right away by Marlon Mack, who's playing both ways tonight. And a good 8-yard pickup there. It'll be third and about 1 for the Pirates.
Marlon Mack likes to play that center field on the pass defense.
Third and less than a yard at the Tornado 43-yard line. Double wides, far side, one to the near side. Peebles takes the snap, looks to throw, throws over the near side. It is overthrown. Incomplete, trying to connect with Marcus Balliet. Good coverage by the Tornadoes there.
That was excellent coverage. 3 defenders were converging on the receiver. He would have taken quite a shot had he been able to get a hand on that one, but it was overthrown.
They're going to go for it on
fourth and short for the Pirates.
Less than 1 like they did before, Eddie.
I bet you it's not a sneak.
Peebles in the gun, so not up behind the quarterback. Probably give it to Humphreys here. No, he's going to keep it, though. He runs with it, and he does get the first across the 40 down to about the 39-yard line. Always a little bit dangerous there, Ed, on the shotgun. You could have a bad snap or you could slip, but Peebles made it.
Yeah, they spread the wide receivers out, open it up a little bit, and the quarterback draw by Peebles picks up the first down, 5 yards or so. First down now for the Pirates.
At the 39 of the Tornadoes, and there's motion along the near sideline on the offensive line. Ryan Newsill looked like he moved first. And it will be a 5-yard mark-off back to the 44-yard line of the Tornadoes. It'll be first and 15 now. Minute 31 left here in the opening quarter.
Well, you go sometimes with that long count. It can throw off your own team. And that time it did. 5-yard penalty on Braden River, sitting up first and long now.
2 wideouts again to the far side, 1 to the near side. Peebles, as he's done a few times tonight, looking over his coach, who may be changing the play as an audible here. Humphrey now lines up behind his quarterback in the backfield. And he's going to take the handoff, and not much there. Actually, a loss of maybe a yard. Good job getting in there quickly was Darius Jones for the Tornadoes. He read that well, Ed.
Interior defense of Booker's playing well so far. No running room inside. Humphrey's got most of his yards off tackle. I'd suggest maybe they want to try that again if they're going to keep it on the ground. But don't be surprised to see Peebles put it up here at second and long.
Lost half a yard there. Second and let's call it 14. Peebles takes the snap. Gets a good block, rolling to the far side, throws on the run, has a man there, but high throw and incomplete. Trying to hit Andre Mays in the far sideline. Got a good block from Humphreys in the backfield. As he rolled out to the right, it'll bring up 3rd and long.
That's 2 throws in a row where Peebles have been high with it. On that play, he rolled outside. There was no one out there pressuring him. He had plenty of time to set up and get a good throw on, but he threw it on the run and it sailed high, incomplete. Now 3rd and 14. Let's see what the Pirates have in mind on this one.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd down and 14. Lining up with 4 wideouts now, 2 to either side. Peebles takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Throws to the near side, and a bit of a rush on the throw, and it is incomplete. Trying to hit Marcus. No, that was actually Carlos Crawford on the pattern there, but overthrew him by quite a bit.
Peebles a little off tonight, but also the receivers have been pretty well covered. Booker saw the kind of yardage that they put up last week against Lakewood Ranch, and they're well prepared for the passing game so far early in this game, Doug.
And they're going to line up to punt it.
And this is where you would consider a fake. Booker's certainly ready for it. In fact, they've taken a timeout because maybe they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, they had one man back. That was Shamyron Waters, but he wasn't all the way back, so Johnny Jones, head coach of the Tornadoes, wants to chalk this one over. You hate to burn a timeout, though, Ed, with just 27 seconds left in the quarter, but they want to get on the same page here.
First breeze of the season, Doug, blowing through here.
Blowing our rosters around, Ed, your score sheets.
My material. Lucky I got some of it.
You were prepared. You brought some tape.
You never know what you're going to run into here in the press box.
First rule of a good announcer, always have your tape with you in your bag.
Yeah, it's not quite duct tape, but it is masking. So it's masking our deficiencies, if nothing else.
Now they line up with Waters as the lone return man. And Justin Rawlings back to punt it at his own 41. Long count here. And he takes the snap, and he will kick it. And he kicks it to the far side of the field, trying to get it away from the return man. And it's touched by Waters. And I believe Tornadoes fell on it. One of the Booker, fortunately for the Tornadoes. Number 31, that was, we don't have a number 31, but he fell on it for the Tornadoes to keep the ball.
Good job by number 31 for the Tornadoes. Saved the turnover there. That's one thing about that rugby kick. It doesn't get up in the air. It comes bounding down there, and Waters tried to handle it, and sometimes that's tough to do, especially he was inside his own 10-yard line. Probably should have let that one go. But in any event, ends up Booker retains possession here, first down, but deep in their own territory.
At their own 7-yard line. Booker moving from left to right, and just 16 seconds left in this first quarter. They lead it 13-6, though. And Marlon Mack, as we saw earlier, broke one from 80 yards. Takes the handoff now, trying to cut up field, and he breaks a couple of tackles, but finally brought down at the 10. So Pirates didn't let him get away on that carry. 3-yard pickup.
That's a little more like it for the Pirates. He still got 4, but better than the 61-yard average he had on his 2 other carries in the first quarter.
And that's the end of the first quarter of play. With the score, the Booker Tornadoes 13 and the Braden River Pirates 6.
And a big first quarter there for the Booker Tornadoes, Doug, as Marlon Mack, their main man, 165 yards rushing last week, and he had about the same number of yards when we saw him first game of the season against Sarasota. He can break it and go deep, and he certainly did in the first quarter. 2 long runs, one of 80 yards, one of 42 yards. Both plays, there was nothing there initially, but he was able to find a hole and make a cut and get to an open space. And once he got into space, no one was able to catch him for Braden River, and they weren't able to pursue to the ball and come up and surround him, which is what you need to do with a great runner like Marlon Mack. So hopefully Braden River's going to be able to control him here in this second quarter, not let him break any big runs. That's really going to be the key, I think, for the Braden River defense. As far as for the Braden River offense, They need to get some balance with the run and pass instead of having to rely solely on the pass. It just doesn't seem to be there so far tonight.
Teams change in. 2nd down and 7 at the Booker 10-yard line for the Tornadoes. Handoff in the backfield. And there's Mack. Breaks it out across the 20-yard line to about the 23 before he's tripped up there. And he picks up a first down. Another good run by Marlon Mack, who has 2 touchdowns already in the ballgame.
That was a quick 13 yards. Moves the chains. One dangerous runner back there, Marlon Mack.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes, dressed in the white jerseys with Viking purple pants, purple helmets with the yellow trim on the face masks. Yellow socks as well, kind of like the Vikings home uniform, road uniforms, I should say. Now we get a flag thrown before the play even gets set by the umpire. Not sure what the penalty could have been. Nobody was set on the play.
Too many men on the field,
Could
perhaps?
be too many men. Or were they just trying to get the ball spotted correctly and they threw the flag just to get... No, there is going to be a penalty. Illegal substitution? Too many men. All right. You had it, Ed.
I thought I saw 2 come in and only 1 come out, and that'll get the flag before the play gets off. And
makes it a 1st and 15 now. Back at the 19-yard line for the Tornadoes. Even though they're leading 13-6, Johnny Jones can't be happy with all the penalties that his team has had so far tonight.
Well, that's one area they haven't seemed to improve since the first game of the year when we saw them against Sarasota.
Lining up with wideouts split to either side, single wideouts. Henderson behind center, Mack in the backfield. Takes the handoff, stutter step, and he is brought down in the backfield. Good job that time by the Pirate defense. And Marcus Balliet, who we see him on offense, getting in there to make the stop on Mack.
Well, that's really what you need to do. You need some penetration against him so he can't get going. Balliet was able to get him his feet before he could get started and throws him for a loss on 1st down.
2nd down, and let's call it 16. Just underway 2nd quarter, 11 minutes left in the 1st half. Mack again with the inside handoff, cuts across to the 21-yard line, and again a good stop by that Pirate defense. They've seen enough of Mack tonight already with the 2 touchdown runs, but last 2 carries, they've shut him down pretty good.
Yeah, held him to only a couple of yards on that one, setting up a 3rd and long now for the Tornadoes.
3rd and 11. No huddle for Booker. Henderson takes the snap, throws to the far side. It is caught by Waters, but not even enough to pick up the 1st down there. And it will bring up a 4th down. 4th and about 10. That was just a 3-yard pickup on that little swing play. You're not going to get 1st downs on that for 3rd and long.
Yeah, Waters is the favorite receiver, but as soon as he caught that ball, he slipped down. Wasn't able to advance it any further, setting up the first punt here of the ball game.
Pirates should get good field position here.
By Tornadoes, rather.
There's the snap. Kick gets away, short punt. It's going to bounce at midfield, take a Tornado bounce down to the 40-yard line of the Pirates, but that's where the Pirates will start 1st and 10, their first series here in the 2nd quarter.
One thing I didn't like on that one, Doug, when the punt was short, and was starting to bounce around there, I didn't see Braden River players get away from it. That ball can take some weird hops, and that's something that they may want to take a look at and practice up, that if you're going to let that ball hit the ground, get away from it. Don't risk having it bounce off you and creating a turnover situation.
That's the old football coach in you there talking, Ed.
Old special teams coach there. Because I've seen it happen.
Some of these teams should listen to you, Ed. Here's Peoples on the direct snap. Humphreys with the handoff, and nothing doing there. The Tornadoes closed up the middle in a hurry. 4 of them right there to converge on Humphreys for no gain.
There's nothing up the middle. I think they need to start trying it off tackle if they're going to get Humphreys going again here. They've stuffed up the middle pretty well so far.
2nd down and 10. They didn't change the down marker again over there. You got to change that, guys. There you go. Now they put it 4th down. No, it's 2nd down, guys.
A little slow in the draw over there tonight on the sticks.
Now they see it. Now they fix it. Referee want to make sure. 2nd and 10. Peebles looks like he's changing the play again. 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Humphreys in the backfield. Peebles back to pass, throws over the middle. It is caught at the 45-yard line of the Tornadoes. First down for the Pirates. And a good catch by Lou Zybel, senior wide receiver.
Lou comes through. It's about 17-yard pickup for Lou. That's what Braden River needed. Gets him into tornado territory here with the first down.
Good crisp pass, too, by Peebles. He had been throwing a little bit high in the game so far. So 1st and 10 at the Tornado 42-yard line. Peebles now being rushed all the way back at his own 40-yard line. Just gets rid of it. No, it makes the catch at the 40-yard line. Was he in bounds? No, he's out of bounds. That was Zybel over there again, but thought Peebles just kind of throw it away, but Zybel was over there, but he caught it out of bounds.
Well, that was one where Peebles scrambled so long that Zybel ran out of real estate, ended up too close to the sideline, and good effort by Peebles to get rid of that and avoid the big sack, setting up a 2nd down and 10 situation now.
At the Tornado 42-yard line, Pirates moving from left to right here in the 2nd quarter. Now Peebles looking over at his coach. Again, they have done that a lot tonight. Looks like he's going to set. Then he looks over to perhaps get a different play. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Fake handoff. Peebles going to keep it, but nothing doing. And in on the stop for the Pirates is big Darius Jones once again, the senior 210-pound linebacker. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 11.
There's no running room inside. They need to try to get it off the tackles, Doug. Nothing there either on the quarterback draw or with Humphreys. So they need to come up with a different formula.
Lining up to go for it here. Oh, I'm sorry, it is 3rd down. All right, 3rd and 11. At the 43-yard line of the Tornadoes. Peebles rolling out, being rushed, throws on the run to the near side, nearly picked off. And coming over there was Spencer Cater. If he caught that, he would have had pretty clear sailing going down the other way.
Well defensed again. Good pressure on Peebles. Made him really have to get out of the pocket. And there's 2 defenders there on the receiver as well. Booker looks well prepared tonight defensively for this Braden River offense.
Yeah, one of the better defensive performances we've seen from this Booker team, not only this year, and obviously the first game not very well against Sarasota, but the last few years they've had a lot of trouble on defense. But pretty solid so far. Very
solid so far against the bigger Braden River offensive line. I'm surprised that they haven't been able to push them around a little bit, but so far the Tornadoes have done well.
Pirates line up to punt it. Spencer Cater back for the Tornadoes to field this. And kind of the running rugby kick again. This will go into the end zone for the touchback. And the Tornadoes will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Braden River offense stymied again. They were able to only pick up 18 yards total on that drive before it stalled, and they were forced to punt it into the end zone. That's only really a net punt of 22 yards after you bring it back out to the 20. So a good job by the Tornado defense holding Braden River. Gives them a shot again to stretch their lead now, leading 13-6 here. About a little under 8 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter.
And the Tornadoes up to the line of scrimmage. Henderson, quarterback, in the gun. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. There is a flag thrown after the snap. Henderson keeps it. I thought that play was blown dead. Now it's blown dead.
Marlon Mack was moving there.
Yeah. Yeah, that play was blown dead before anything happened. So the illegal shift on the Tornadoes. That'll move it back now to the 15-yard line. Reminder, all of our games are available as podcasts on our Ustream.tv site. Just go to Southwest Florida High School Football Game of the Week or type in Doug Miles or Ed Schneider. Also now available on YouTube. You can check us out there, as our post-game show is available there as well. Our press box report after every game. Ed and I recap the ball game, talk about our next broadcast. Next weekend we'll be back at one of our favorite places in Sarasota. The Sailors will take on this Braden River Pirate team. Big district game.
District game, all-important district game. Braden River already the loss in the district. They're going to need to win that one.
1st and 15 at the 15-yard line. Jeremiah Henderson taking his time. 3 wideouts split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Looks left, throws left, complete. Short pass in the flat, but not much there. No, the receiver almost got away. Now he's brought down. Gerard Jones. And a good, again, pursuit by the Pirate defense. Austin Fox in there quickly on the tackle, not letting Gerard Jones get any yardage after the catch.
They tried to, the bunch, and tried to get it to one of the receivers in the back and get a couple blockers in front. Good defense by Braden River to hold that to a short gain.
Just about a 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 14 now. Down to 6:45 left in the first half. Tornadoes with the 13-6 lead. Henderson throws, man wide open at the 25-yard line, gets out to the 30, to the 35, trying to struggle ahead, and he gets to about the 37-yard line, and a first down for the Tornadoes. And that was Artie Henry, his first catch of the night. Wide receiver, also the backup quarterback for Jeremiah Henderson. We saw him play a little quarterback in that Sarasota game.
Yeah, saw him do a 40-yard touchdown run out of the quarterback position against Sarasota.
Now the water break timeout with 6:35 left in the first half. Booker's 13 and Braden River 6. And we look forward to doing all these games, Ed, but particularly when you get to do district games, which are in effect playoff games in the middle of the season.
District is ultimately what it comes down to here in Florida. You can lose all your other games, but if you win your district, you're going to the playoffs, and that's ultimately what it's about, extending your season. And Braden River, unfortunately, already is 0-1 in their district. Conversely, the Booker Tornadoes came out with a big district win last week at home against DeSoto, 37-17, so they're 1-0 in their district, and that really changes your outlook on the season.
1st and 10 at the Booker 38-yard line. Tornadoes moving from right to left here in the second quarter. Bunched wide receivers again, 3 of them on the near side, 1 on the far side. Here comes the rush. Here's a pitch back to Mack. He's going to be brought, no, he escapes, and now he's going to be brought down in the backfield, back at the 27-yard line. Looked like he was going to break free, but that pursuit by the Pirates, big loss on the play.
Well, that's what we were talking about. The only way to really stop Marlon Mack is to get penetration. That time it looks like Braden River brought the house. They had a lot of people in the backfield. Marlon Mack, even though he broke the initial wave, really had nowhere to go, ended up with a big loss, setting up 2nd and long now for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, 2nd and 20 now. Back at the 27-yard line of the Tornadoes. Henderson takes the snap, rolling out. Here comes the rush. Look out, he's going to be brought down for the sack. Still dragging runners with him, but he finally goes down at the 30-yard line. He was sacked back at around the 27, but he goes 6'4", 230, and not easy to bring down, but that is a sack.
He was able to get 5 yards out of nothing there, avoiding the sack. Henderson's a big guy. Like you said, Doug, 230-pounder, and he looks bigger than that, really.
He does.
And
looks taller than 6'4", too.
And he wasn't going down easily, and was at least able to get 5 yards back that they lost on the penalty.
Up to the 32-yard line. And there's a flag in the backfield, defensive backfield.
Let's see what that is.
So Tornadoes may get a break here.
Personal foul will be an automatic first down. And the way he's walking, it looks like a big one.
And looks like they're going to mark it off from the, nope, they're going to mark it at the 42. So not a personal foul, but it is against Braden River. I didn't see the signal from the official, did you?
He just gave it, and I couldn't tell what it was.
I couldn't tell what it is. He's got to get better with the signals, Ed. We're not sure what he's signaling half the time, but 2nd down and 8 for the Tornadoes up at their own 42-yard line. 5:37 left in the first half. Tornadoes with the 13-6 lead. Marlon Mack, 2 touchdown runs, 1 of 80 yards, 1 of 42. Titus Humphrey, a 3-yard touchdown for the Pirates. That's our scoring so far. Now we get a official timeout here while they do something. Looks like they just want to respot the ball there, I guess. Now we're set to go. Fans yelling a chant of defense right now. Double wide out split to either side. Henderson takes the snap. Look to the right, throws to the right. It is caught by Waters over there, and Waters gets out to about the 45. Short pickup, and it'll bring up a third and about 4 for the Tornadoes.
Waters' favorite receiver for quarterback Henderson had 5 receptions last week for 100-plus yards. So don't be surprised if you see him catch a few more of those. And we'll see at least one deep one. Then I'm sure we'll see Waters on his patent in reverse once or twice tonight as well.
It'll be 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 49. They're at the 45. Double wide outs again, split to either side of the line. Waters in motion to the near side. Henderson takes the snap, hands up to Mack. Big hole up the middle, across midfield, into Pirate territory, to the 40, to the 30, down the far sideline, to the 20. Breaking tackles, finally brought down at about the 10-yard line of the Pirates. Another big run for Marlon Mack.
Just like that, 45-yard run by Marlon Mack.
Approaching 200 yards rushing it.
Already here.
Had 122 so far in the 2 touchdown runs. And it's 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes, and it's going to be just outside the 10. So they can get a first. I don't think the Pirates, they expected a tough ball game, but I don't think they expected this type of running performance by Marlon Mack tonight.
Well, if you're going to expect it from anybody, certainly it would be him. But I was impressed with how energetic and lively Booker was.
Yep.
They looked fired up before
they
the game.
couldn't wait to get out of here. They were on the field about 2 minutes before kickoff time, ready to kick it.
Braden River looked like they were sort of just going through the motions, the emotional downer after last week's big loss. So
3 wideouts to the near side. Mack to the right of his quarterback. Waters in motion to the far side. Henderson hands off to Mack, cuts up the middle to the 9, maybe 8-yard line where he's brought down. Good job by the Pirate defense to kind of close up that middle there. As Mack, once he gets a head of steam going, tough to bring down. He goes 6 foot, 201. A big running back.
Good size, excellent speed. He definitely has a future at the next level. Not sure who all he's considering from a college standpoint, but obviously the top recruit out of Booker this year.
Got to be some scouts in the stands here, Ed, every time he plays. So I'm sure they're marking down those 2 touchdown runs so far in that last run. 2nd down and 8 at the 8.5-yard line. Here's a handoff to Darius Jones, and he takes it up the middle to about the 5. Darius Jones, another senior running back. He goes 6'1", 210. So
he's their power runner.
Good ground and pound for the Tornadoes.
That was a good push by the Booker offensive line. Was able to pick up another 3 yards, setting up 3rd and goal here from about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, they can actually get a first down at the 1, maybe a little less than the 1-yard line.
They can get the first down just short of the goal line.
3:05 left in the first half. Booker looking to extend their lead to 2 touchdowns here. I formation. Henderson turns around, hands it up to Mack. He is grabbed in the backfield, now grabbed again and brought down at about the 4. So good job by the Pirates there. Holding Mack. And it'll bring up a 4th down. And about 2 for the first, 3 for the touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like Mack missed an opportunity there. If he could have bounced that off to the right side instead of turning back in, there was no one out there. There was daylight, and he could have walked into the end zone. But instead, he gets held to a 1-yard gain, setting up 4th down here. Let's see what the Tornadoes are going to do here after the timeout.
Kurt Bradley calls the timeout for Braden River.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do try something to try to get it in the end zone. You figure 2:44 left in the half. If you don't get it in, it's going to leave a long field for Braden River, and you can maybe apply some defense and get the ball right back or get a turnover deep in territory. So
I think you got a better chance of making it on a 4th down run than a field goal. You don't see Booker has not had the great success with their kicking program the last few years, Ed, so I would agree with you there. I think they're going to go for it no matter what. And they will. 2:44 left in the first half. Tornadoes up 13-6, trying to make it another touchdown on top of that.
They're in the I formation.
Yeah, Mack in the tailback slot. Henderson behind center. And there's some motion along the right side of the line for the Tornadoes. Looks like Devon Daniels.
It's a matter of who went first. Braden River. I think Braden River moved and then Booker moved. So It could be encroaching before illegal procedure.
Yeah, no, they're moving it against the Tornadoes. I saw Devon Daniels, but you're right. There could have been a little flinch by the Pirates. That's an old defensive line trick, isn't it?
Well, you can move as long as you don't move into the neutral zone.
Yep.
And I thought that might have been the case, that he moved into the neutral zone and drew off the blocker, but not so on the referees, and that's going to change definitely the play call here, Doug.
Takes it back to the 8-yard line. 4th down and 7 for the first, 8 for the touchdown. Now they line up in the double wides to either side of the line. Henderson in the shotgun. Mack in there with him. Henderson's going to throw it. Throws to the near side, and there is nobody open there. I think he was trying to hit Gerard Jones, but that came up short, incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Kind of a curious call there, Ed.
Well, the Braden River holds thanks to the penalty there. I thought Henderson had an opportunity to go to the inside receiver there on the slant. He looked like he had a chance to be open and make a catch, but instead he went to the receiver going out towards the corner. Falls short, incomplete on 4th down. The ball gets turned over to Braden River with 2:40 to go here in the first half. They have a long ways to go, about 90 yards or so, 91 yards to go.
Gotta be a little careful here on the shotgun here. Peoples likes to operate from there, especially when you're this part of the field. Takes the snap, hands off Humphreys up the middle, dives ahead across the 10 out to about the 13, 14-yard line. And Humphreys picks up about 5 yards on that first down carry. They'll go with the no huddle. Try and conserve their timeouts here. They got 2 left. Single wideouts now to either side. Humphreys in the backfield to the left of his quarterback, Peebles. Peebles looks to throw. Throws to the near side. Floats it over there. It is caught. And out of the 20-yard line where the wide receiver, Andre Mays, is brought down and picks up enough for the first down.
Nice job there by the Booker defender, able to knock him down in bounds to keep the clock running, not let him get out of bounds to stop it. So even though they got the first down.
Yeah, short stop while they move the chains, but they put it back in motion now. 2 minutes even left in the first half. Now Peoples looking over at the sideline again for the play. Moves up behind center, changing the play, or at least giving the impression he is. Single wideouts to either side. Handoff now to Humphreys. Inside handoff, breaks up the middle and dives ahead out to the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards on that carry. Looks like Braden River just kind of content to run the ball here and
good defense.
Get out of trouble.
Good defense again, limiting Humphreys to 4 yards on that first down run.
Now the Pirates will take another timeout. I believe they have 1 left. Well, I think they have 1 left. I think they've taken 2.
Yeah, the problem is, do you keep it on the ground like they did on first down, hoping to break one and get some better field position, or do you not want to use your timeouts because you are deep in your own territory, and if you don't make it, then it gives Booker rather a chance to block a punt or maybe get a return. So it's a tough call when you're deep in your own territory like this with only 2 minutes to go in the half.
And the Pirates talking it over with their head coach, Kurt Bradley. Johnny Jones with his defense over there. Johnny Jones also does a lot of work for the Sarasota Millionaires. Sarasota's minor league football team that plays in the winter and spring months. We'll be doing a lot of those games in the winter and spring. Ed and I will be doing those. We'll tell you more about that as we move along. 2nd down and 6. Peoples back to pass, throws to the near side, complete to Mays at the 31 and dragged out of bounds. Did they go out of bounds? Yes.
Close to the first down. I think where he spotted it out at the 32, it's going to move the chains.
And the Pirates pick up the first, and a little tradition here at Pirate Field. Anytime they get a first down, the fans yell, "We are Pirates." You hear that in the background. One of the great things about high school football, good spirit in the stands. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Pirates. 1:23 left here in the first half. They trail at 13-6. Tornadoes showing blitz here. Here comes the rush. Peebles back to throw. Throws deep down the near sideline, trying to hit Mays in the run, but well overthrown. Incomplete.
And I think that's excellent defense there by Booker. That's number 21 for Booker, cornerback.
Spencer
Cater, and making a nice play there. I think what he did is he was able to knock the receiver off his pattern, wasn't able to get down there, and threw the timing off on the play, and that's why it fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. The Pirates 32. Peebles. Hand off inside to Humphreys up the middle. Breaks free. Gets across the 40 to the 45 to the near sideline. And brought out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. Another first down, and Humphreys broke through there.
He didn't quite get out of bounds there, even though the clock stops for the moving the chains. The referee motioned it to keep going. So it'll start up here shortly.
No huddle, so they're right up there at the line of scrimmage. 1:08 and counting here. Double wide to the far side, one to the near side. Peebles takes the snap, looks to throw. Now he has to tuck it in, and he's going to be ridden down, and loss of yardage on the play on the sack. John Joseph got in there, the defensive back for the Tornadoes. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Back to the 44, and the Pirates take their final timeout of the half.
Peebles didn't have any time to throw on that one. Good pressure by Booker up front, getting penetration into the backfield. And Peebles was taken down for a loss. I think Braden River used their last time out there, Doug, with 55.7 seconds ago. They need a big play down the field to try to give them an opportunity to have one more play into the end zone before the end of the half.
Good article in today's Bradenton Herald, Ed. You and I talked about it, and we actually saw the author of it, Alan Dell, all about the Braden River kicker, Austin Mayara, who is trained by a man that trained a lot of NFL kickers. Very interesting article. Check it out, BradentonHerald.com online. Mayara really a soccer player. Just came out for the team last year, and in practice, Ed, that article, according to the article, he can kick it from 60, 70 yards.
His father was a professional soccer player.
Yeah.
So the leg goes in the family. And his father kicked for USF as well. So.
Right. Okay, we're set to go. 2nd down and 13. Peebles throws to the far side, complete at midfield. And juggling the ball, actually a stutter step ahead. There a bunch of flags came out as Justin Ross tried to kind of stutter step his way ahead after catching it at the 50-yard line. But it's going to be a holding call on the Pirates, so this will come back.
Holding on the block downfield, trying to spring loose Justin Ross on that short pass play. Instead, it backs him up inside the their own 45-yard line.
Spotted the foul, so basically goes back to around the line of scrimmage there, which it just was. 2nd down and 14, 46 seconds left in the half. Double wide to the near side, one to the far side. Fake handoff to Humphreys. Peebles in trouble in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for another loss at the 39. Tornadoes getting in there quickly. And a good job that time by Denzel Johnson in on the sack. Another big defensive player for Booker. He goes 6'2", 215.
Excellent job penetrating and being able to make the tackle in the backfield. Really pushes Braden River back. And Booker here now thinking that maybe they got a timeout left here. They want to do something with 33.9 seconds. I think what you want to do if you're Booker, you at least want to force a punt and maybe come after it and see if you can get a block and turn that into a quick score at the end of the half. So let's see what the strategy is here by both coaches in the waning seconds of the half.
Yeah, we've seen some crazy things happen in these games, Ed, so you never take for granted that a little bit of time left. You might as well take the timeout and see what you can do.
Nope.
And Marlon Mack here in the first half, Ed, with 2 touchdown runs of 80 and 42, also another 45-yard run. And Humphreys had a good half, too. We'll get the stats for you at halftime.
There's no point in taking your timeouts with you into the locker room. You might as well use them.
Nope. Worth it to you there. 3rd and 18. Back to the 39-yard line. There's motion along the line of scrimmage again. Here come the flags. And against the Pirates. So it'll move it back even further now. Back to the 34-yard line.
Pirates losing their cool here a little bit here.
Yeah.
On this last drive of the first half.
3rd and 23. They'll send out 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Peoples back to pass. He trips as he runs with it. And he's going to be brought down again at the 36. And again on the tackle is John Joseph for the Tornadoes. And here comes 4th down, but the clock is running, and Booker's out of timeout. So Pirates don't have to do anything here. Let the clock run out.
Booker's out of timeout, so that's going to be the half.
They burned one, remember, at the end of the first quarter, Ed.
That's right.
So that comes back to hurt them a little bit here, even though they go into halftime with a 13-6 lead, and that'll do it for first 24 minutes. Very entertaining football here at Pirate Field with the score, the Booker Tornadoes 13 and the Braden River Pirates 6. We're going to keep our stream going for those of you watching live, and you can get to enjoy the halftime show, enjoy the bands, and we'll be back for second half football in about 20 minutes. Much more entertaining than last week. We were going to the garbage time early last week.
56-7 at half. Winning's a great deodorant. Yeah.
Good highlight for them, too.
Booker High School, the famous visual and performing arts, the Whirlwind Brigade. Principal, Dr. Rachel Shelley. The Whirlwind Brigade is under the direction of Mr. Ryan Gant. Band Captain, Chelsea Russ. Drum Major, Ian McKenna. Assistant Drum Major, Elisa Malave. We would like to thank our band sponsors, Professional Concrete and Red Stake Surveyors. The Whirlwind Brigade will be performing On Nature's Trail. Drum Major, is your band ready? You may take the field.
Normally the visitor band plays first.
They have like a whole production.
75 yards on 11 carries. 80 yards for Humphrey on a lot of carries. 15 carries.
11 carries per minute.
Yeah.
17 yards a carry.
I think they're all going to fight it.
Whatever next meeting they have.
I think they're all going to fight. They have 2 weeks.
So they're still getting paid, right?
They have been.
Paid leave.
Once they get canned, they will.
No, they're on paid leave now.
Yeah.
Still no mention of I don't see anything about Canadian. That's amazing. Unless maybe at the end of the year they tell them.
Well, and here's the other thing. The guy that they, guy that's the center of all this, there's no child abuse or anything. It's all just misdemeanor bullshit. It's misdemeanor bullshit. It's nothing, no felonies. It's nothing that's...
How about some students were saying at Graham? They didn't charge. I thought some students were like Graham.
No charges. So that's why the whole thing is bullshit.
Either way, I don't care. I just want to... I'd like to hear what Canadians say.
He ain't saying nothing.
I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear somebody ask me questions. We were fair last week. We brought it up. We didn't allow it.
The 2013 Whirlwind Brigade.
Braden River does that after the game.
It's good to see you.
spacing of this one I'm trying to figure too. I didn't get that many misses. I must not have marked them down right. Yeah, I'm not worried about his passing. All right, so I got passing, running, Humphreys. 1 minute. Humphreys, 80 yards, 15 carries. And Peebles. 4 yards on 9 carries.
Ready?
Yep.
And welcome back to Pirate Field. Doug Miles and Ed Schneider. Hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities. Always good to see the local high school bands get a chance to perform for the crowds here. And right now, we just got a couple minutes before the second half kickoff. The Booker Tornadoes with a 13-6 lead over Braden River, and Ed's been busy adding up the multiple stats in the first half.
Well, a lot of plays in that first half, not a lot of points off of it, but let's look at Braden River first. On the ground, Titus Humphreys started out strong, but was shut down in that second quarter, ended up with 80 yards on 15 carries. So a pretty good job by the Booker defense to hold him in check overall. And Dusty Peebles, he had to scramble a lot, had a few planned draws and things of that sort. He's only picked up 4 yards total on 9 attempts, and some of those are sacks that are included in that. And that's the extent of the ground game for Braden River. As far as the air game goes, Dusty Peebles 7 for 14 for 75 yards in that first half. There was a number of throws, though, that he overthrew the receivers, and I'll credit the Booker secondary for throwing the timing off, perhaps, receivers not getting to the spot on some of those pass plays. Justin Ross came down with 4 catches for 43 yards for Braden River. Lou Zybel had 1 for 17, and Andre Mays was held to 2 receptions for 15 yards, a total of 75 yards in the air for Braden River. Overall, offense for Braden River, unofficially 164 net total yards in the first half. A pretty good defensive job by by Booker. As far as the Booker Tornadoes go, I have a total of 190 yards unofficially net yards in the first half, 175 yards on the ground for Marlon Mack on only 11 carries and the 2 touchdowns. That's really obviously the bulk of the offense so far for the Booker Tornadoes. I think they're going to have to find a way to get the ball to their favorite wide receiver, Shamron Waters, a couple times, especially down the field. And let's see if Henderson can maybe complete a couple other pass plays that help loosen up that Braden River pass or ground rush that they were able to hold Mack down somewhat late in the second quarter by getting penetration. Let's see if Henderson can take advantage of that and get the ball downfield through the air. Should be a tightly contested second half. Let's see if Coach Bradley was able to get Braden River fired up at halftime. They came out a little flat, I think, in the first half. Well, Booker's been fired up so far the entire game. Let's see who can continue that through the second half.
Just a couple of minutes before we get set for second half play, both teams back out on the field doing their second half warm-ups and stretching right now. Reminder, next Friday night, we'll be seeing this Braden River Pirate team once again as they travel over to Sarasota, Irick Field, and we'll broadcast the game between the Pirates and the Sarasota Sailors. 7:30 p.m. on Ustream.tv. Check us out there. Again, all of our games available as podcasts on Ustream and on YouTube. And our post-game press box report After each game, we do a video report from the press box, and that is also posted on YouTube and on maxpreps.com. Great high school sports website. And Ed, I guess our entire history of doing games pretty much is on maxpreps.com.
It's
going
out
back
there.
to 2008.
Yeah, great site. And speaking of Max Preps, Manatee High School, who we saw blow into Sarasota and just pummel the Sailors last week, scoring 56 points in the first half. Their composite ranking in Max Preps has improved from 23 last week to 18 this week. They're ranked 20 in the nation, in Prep Nation. They made it in the USA Today for the first time with a ranking of 23. They moved up from number 25 to 18 in Rivals and 19 overall in the Max Preps computer. Manatee is one of 4 schools in the top 25. And St. Thomas Aquinas is one of the schools that actually dropped out last week. I didn't see, they obviously must have lost, but that's good news for Manatee come playoff time.
They always seem to run into each other somewhere along the line in the playoffs. Last year they lost to them. And Aquinas went on to win the whole thing, right?
They sure did. Beat Tallahassee Lincoln in the finals last year. A team that Sarasota almost knocked off a couple weeks ago.
Another one of our teams we did last year, Ed, the Venice Indians. They're in Texas tonight, Ed, playing Plano, Texas Panthers. So quite a road trip for them.
That stadium seats 16,000 there in Plano. It looks like a small college stadium.
Yeah. And the Tornadoes will get the ball first in the second half as they wait for the halftime clock to run out. Both teams ready to go here, but they have a procedure. You have 17 minutes, and then they do another 3-minute runoff to get the teams on the field. And now we're set to go.
Yeah, normally you have to prod the teams to get out there, but not tonight. Both teams are ready to go, both the start of the game and here at the start of the second half.
As we said, a cool night, so a lot of energy out there tonight. You don't have that high humidity, even though we had all that rain the last week. Beautiful night for football. Nice breeze. Mayara with the good kick, and that's going to go out of bounds, though, at the 3-yard line. So that's a break for the Tornadoes. Tried to kick it through the end zone, but out of bounds on the near sideline at the 3.
Well, I think one thing, Doug, I think they're concerned about the return men that Booker has, and they're trying to kick to a spot. I think he's trying to kick it along the sideline to use the boundary as another defender. The first one, their last kickoff, sort of squibbed and dead at the 6-yard line by the sideline. This one went out of bounds, so that's going to give nice starting position for the Booker Tornadoes, and I think that's, again, part of the athleticism they have back there in return. The kickers want to be careful, and they're trying to place the kick instead of just kicking away.
At the 35-yard line, that's where the Tornadoes will start. They're on 35 here in this third quarter. They're up 13-6. Of course, it was a great first half for Marlon Mack, as Ed mentioned. 175 yards rushing on 11 carries. 2 touchdowns, 80-yarder and a 42-yarder. They line up in the I to start here. Jeremiah Henderson under center. Single wide out split to the far side. Henderson turns around, hands off to Mack. Mack trying to go up the middle, but nothing doing there as the Pirates close up the hole quickly, and a good job led by Curtis Govan. Big defensive tackle for the Pirates. No gain. Actually lost the yard.
That's what it's about. You got to get in there and get him on the ground before he gets started. That's your best defense against Marlon Mack. That's sort of what the trend was as the second quarter wore on, and it continues here at the start of the third quarter. Braden River trying to find a way to stop Marlon Mack dead in his tracks.
Tornadoes moving from left to right, dressed in the white jerseys with purple numbers, purple pants, purple helmets with the gold or yellow trim on the mask, face mask. I formation again. Mack with the handoff. He goes into the line, bounces out, goes outside, gets across the 40 to the 45, has room to midfield, into Pirate territory to the 40 to the 35. Finally brought down just short of the 30-yard line of the Pirates. A good run for Marlon Mack.
And just like that, that's all it takes. He was able to bounce off the first hit, get out towards the sideline and turn it up. He's all the way down to the 30-yard line of Braden River. That's a quick 35-yard run for
Puts him
Marlon
over
Mack.
200 now, right?
He's definitely over, yeah. He was 175 at halftime, so he's over in the 200-yard mark here. 11:02 to go in the third quarter.
At the 31-yard line is where they spot it. 1st and 10, 31 of the Pirates. Tornadoes on the move here, and we're going to get a timeout called by Booker. Johnny Jones wants to talk this over here, so something I guess he didn't like out there on that offensive play call. So they burn an early timeout just 58 seconds into the third quarter here. Just getting back to the Venice Indians, Ed, we had a chance not only to do all the regular season games last year, but you and I had a chance with Spitz, our friend, to do the playoff game at Manatee. But I think it's a great opportunity for them to get to go to Plano, Texas. I know Manatee's been the team that's been doing a lot of traveling around the country the last couple of years, but John Peacock, I think, well-deserved to get that game.
That's really what it is. It shows the recognition that the program is receiving for their consistency and good play, and congratulations to Venice to getting that big road trip to Texas.
Now we're set to resume. 1st and 10 at the 31 of the Pirates. Here's a handoff to Mack. A little delay, and Mack kicks it across the 20 to the 29-yard line, about a 2-yard pickup. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Booker. Much improved over what we saw about 6 weeks ago, Ed, in the Kickoff Classic game when they lost to Sarasota. Actually, not the Kickoff Classic, the first regular season game. Jeremiah Henderson in the shotgun takes the snap, throws to the near side. It is caught. Referee hasn't indicated yet. And I believe it is a catch, yep. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that was Artie Henry making the grab.
Booker lining up on the ball, trying to go quick here. And one of the biggest improvements I see is in Henderson. He looks cool, calm, and collected back there, and he's putting the ball on the money. They're not just trying to throw it deep. They're throwing some slants and some hook patterns, and he's finding receivers.
And some good blocking tonight. That makes a huge amount of difference. He was getting rushed all the time against the Sailors. So they've definitely worked on that. Henry, Waters in motion. Now Mack on the inside handoff. Bouncing outside, trying to cut downfield, and he cannot do it. Good job by the Pirate defense again, cutting off Marlon Mack before he could get ahead of steam. And really no gain at all on that play.
There wasn't much there at the point of attack, so he tried to bounce it outside. That time, good pursuit to the ball by the Braden River defense. They had 3 or 4 defenders there to bring him down for a loss, setting up a second and long situation for the Booker Tornadoes.
Actually, a loss of about 2 on that, back to the 21-yard line. 9:39 and counting left in the third quarter. Booker, first possession of the second half. They lead it 13-6. Double wide to the near side, one to the far side. Mack in the backfield along with Henderson. Henderson looks to throw, throws over the middle, has a man wide open. It's Henry at the 5, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tornadoes! Henderson to Henry from 21 yards.
Well, and give Booker credit. They got Braden River, it's got everybody up tight to try to stop Marlon Mack. So they go to the passing attack, complete 2 passes here on this drive, including the pay dirt toss to Artie Henry. Big play there for Booker, and that puts him up 19-6 with the extra point coming up.
Extra point try, it is up, and it is good. And with 9:21 left in the third quarter, it's the Booker Tornadoes 20 and the Braden River Pirates 6.
Artie Henry, he has some definite talent out there. Like we said, we saw him run for 40 yards for a touchdown out of the quarterback slot against Sarasota earlier in the season. He found an opening down the middle of the field against the Braden River pass defense, and give Henderson credit. He laid it right in there on the money, and all Henry had to do is turn around and take a step or 2 into the end zone for the touchdown that widens the lead now for the Booker Tornadoes as they come out on the opening drive of the second half, drive it down the field, and after the getting great field position at the 35-yard line after the kick out of bounds, take it downfield 65 yards for the touchdown. to extend their lead to 20-6 here.
2 minutes and 39 seconds on that drive for the Tornadoes. Again, highlighted by a big run, 35-yard run by Marlon Mack, over 200 yards rushing in the ball game. First touchdown for the Tornadoes through the air tonight. The two have been on the ground by Marlon Mack. Here's the kickoff. Nice high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded at the 9-yard line by Crawford, straight up the middle to the 20, to the 25, out to the 30. Good run back. And that's where the Pirates will start, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
That was a good return. He just got up in behind his blockers, got as much yardage as he could, took it straight up the field. Booker, not the best coverage, but they are able to hold him just outside the 30-yard line, setting up first down now for Braden River. They need to try to get something going here to get back into this game.
Actually marking it at the 32-yard line. And the first chance on offense, just like the first quarter, Ed, where Braden River kept the ball for 4 minutes plus. Tornadoes kept it for quite a while to start the third quarter. Here's Humphreys on the handoff, and he cannot get anything going. He's dragged down behind the 30-yard line, about the 28, so it's going to be a loss of yardage on the play. And looks like George Swain got in there, big linebacker tight end combination for the Tornadoes on the stop.
Well, and that's what sort of happened after the middle of the first quarter. Booker's done a good job of shutting Humphreys down after that initial touchdown drive for the Pirates.
That is John Joseph of the Tornadoes shaken up on that play on the field, sitting down, being attended to. Beautiful night for football. Nice breeze out there. Temperature in the mid, maybe even low 70s by now. So definitely a touch of fall in the air as we make our way into October next week. It's always a great time of year down here when you hit October. You get that nice cool weather for football, and pretty soon, before you know it, it's playoff time.
Playoffs?
High school playoffs.
I thought you were talking baseball playoffs.
Baseball playoffs, too.
How about those Rays hanging in there? Able to shut out the Yankees.
I can't say I'm happy what they did in New York, but the Yankees were already out of it.
Rivera's big night. They were able to shut them out 4-0.
Wasn't that a great moment last night when Pettit and Jeter came out
that
to
was
take him out?
That will always be remembered. They have Pettit and Jeter, two people that were teammates of Rivera's for decades.
Almost 20 years.
And it's quite a moment at Yankee Stadium. And that's got to be one of the best retirement moves of
Got
all
to rival Mickey Mantle and some of the other greats that have retired at Yankee Stadium. Here's the quick pass to the outside, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Justin Ross. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 11 now for the Pirates. As you said, Ed, early in the game, people's just not quite on tonight with the passing, although that one was on the money.
That one I think Justin Ross was looking at the defender and took his eye off the ball and wasn't able to haul it in.
3rd down and 11 at the Pirate 31-yard line for Braden River. Dressed in the all-gray uniforms with the maroon helmets. Peebles back to pass again. Throws deep down the near side. Has Austin over there, and he tried to make the catch. Just couldn't hang on. Justin Ross, I should say. Well covered, though. Triple coverage.
That was,
nearly came up with it.
I thought he was going to come down with that one, Doug. That was a nice pass. He put it in a position where only his player could come down with it, but it falls a long incompletion is all it is. It's setting up a 4th down punting situation for Braden River.
Yeah, I doubt you want to go for it here, particularly after Tornadoes just scored a touchdown. You don't want to give up that field position, so they bring on the punting unit. Looks like George Swain back for the Tornado. No, that's Mack. Is that Mack? Yeah, that's Mack back there.
I think you want to put him back if you have him.
Punter standing at his own 15-yard line. Low snap, able to pick it up, and gets a decent kick away from the return man. He's going to bounce at the 37-yard line of the Tornadoes and be down. So good job by the punter there to keep it away from the return man.
Well, Waters was back there before, and he one that bobbled that kick down around the 7-yard line off the rugby style. And give Coach Jones for Booker credit. He said, I'm putting my best guy back there, Mac, and he'll know how to handle the punt. So, part of the problem is you want to overwork him, but really Mac hasn't carried it all that much relatively in this game so far.
First and 10 for the Tornadoes at their own 37-yard line. 3 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side. Mack in the backfield with his quarterback Henderson standing to the quarterback's right. Waters in motion now to the far side. Henderson inside handoff. Mack goes through the middle, finds an opening. Stutter steps outside to the 40, to the 45. Behind a blocker to midfield, to the near sideline, and goes out of bounds inside the 45-yard line of the Pirates. A good run using his blocker well there, Ed. First down for the Tornadoes.
And he looked inside there whether to cut it back in, and it looked like the entire Braden River defense was pursuing him on that play, so he decided to keep pushing it up the sideline and get what he could get. It's a nice gain there on first down.
Now, is there a flag on the play? Nope, I think they were looking back there. No flag, all right. Just took them a while there to get the, well, they are marking it off.
Back.
There is a flag. Yeah, they took a while there. I thought it is a holding call on the Tornadoes after the play, so it's a spot of the foul.
It's a spot foul from the spot of the foul, so it takes off a lot of the yardage on the run, but it's only second and about, 4 or 5 right now.
It's like a net pickup of about 6 yards, let's call it. So they have it at their own 42-yard line. Second and 5, let's call it. So a net pickup of 5. And before the play can be snapped, official blows the whistle. They're not set. Now they are. Quad formation now. Waters in motion to the far side. Henderson, fake handoff, throw out to Waters. Low throw. He's able to pick it up. No. Incomplete. Low throw, and Waters tried to scoop it off the grass.
Down at the spot.
I think it hit the ground.
No, he caught it, but he was down.
All right.
The throw's a little ahead of him, and Waters had to sort of dive for it. That's when he would have been better off letting go. It turns out to be a loss of 3, setting up a 3rd and long situation for Booker.
Back at the 38-yard line. Yeah, it was a shoestring type of catch. Thought it might have hit the grass first, but he did catch it, but down right away. Second down. And 8 for the Tornadoes. Waters in motion again to the near side. Mack with the handoff. Tries to go up the middle. Hit hard at the 40-yard line and driven backwards. And only about a yard pickup there. Good job again by that Pirate defense. They close up that middle pretty quickly on Marlon Mack.
So it looked to be a promising drive with the big run by Mack. Turns out to be a punting situation now for Booker here on 4th down. It's about 4th and 7 from their
third
own 40.
Down for the penalty, so it's now third down.
Third down.
Yeah. We got to be sure, because sometimes the down guy has the down marker wrong, but it is third down. Third and let's call it 7, right at the 40-yard line.
I thought it's 4th because
I thought it was 2.
First down play with the penalty counted as a play.
Yeah. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Henderson back to pass. Now steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it. And he is brought down at the 44-yard line. Only about a 2 or 3 yard gain by the quarterback. Short of the first down. And now the Tornadoes will bring on the punting unit. Miguel Rabolo will come on the field. And a good job by the Pirate defense there. As get the benefit of a penalty to help, but good job stopping the Tornadoes on that drive. 6:04 left here in the third.
Henderson was a little too patient on that one. If he would have taken off sooner, he would have had big yardage up the middle.
Rabolo gets the snap, gets the kick away. Pretty good kick. Backpedaling at the 20-yard line. It's going to be returned out to the 23-24. Short
dangerous
return.
Play by the returner.
And that was Justin Ross on the catch. Like you said, Ed, he was backpedaling and then made a tricky catch there. Could have easily fumbled it, but he didn't. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates at their own 24.
So Braden River, after giving up a big run to Mack on first down, benefits from the holding penalty. They're able to stop Booker there and force the punt. They need to get something going here in offense. Down 20-6 with 5:49 to go here in the third quarter.
Taking the mid-quarter water break right now. Reminder, next Friday night we will be at Eyrig Field on the campus of Sarasota High School. These Braden River Pirates taking on the much improved Sarasota Sailors. They've had some tough losses, Ed, this year, but some very good teams. Obviously last week getting blown out, but like you said before, the Lincoln-Tallahassee, a game they were in quite a bit in that game, but lost a tough one there. So we'll see a much improved Sarasota Sailor team against Ed Volz, against his old Braden River Pirate team.
I think that Tallahassee-Lincoln loss may have taken more out of Sarasota than we thought in advance of the Manatee game.
They didn't have a lot last week, but always tough to go up against those Hurricanes. Here's a handoff in the backfield to Humphreys, going up the left side. Gets out up to the near the 25, maybe to the 26. So a short pickup there of about 2 yards. That game next week, as we said, a district game. In effect, a regular season playoff game. Those games determine who goes to the postseason. Culminating, one of these teams in our area, or maybe more than one, hoping to get to the finals in their respective division at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando. Here's Peebles throwing deep down the middle, has a man open, just knocked out of the hands of Justin Ross at the last minute. Good job by that Booker secondary there, and I believe
Number
that
21.
was Spencer Cater getting a hand on it.
Excellent job by Carter. That was a picture-perfect defense. He was running stride for stride with Ross. It looked like he was open for the reception. He reached around and was able to get a hand on it, knock that ball down. It falls incomplete, just a long incompletion, setting him second down now for the Pirates.
Maybe 9 yards for the first down. At their own 24, Peebles, quick outlet pass, partially but deflected and incomplete. Somebody got a hand on it, one of those big linemen. And Joseph was the intended. Actually, John Joseph got a hand on it for Booker.
Excellent defense once more by Booker. They're ready for that quick sideline pass to the wide receiver. They were able to get in the passing lane, knock it down, force yet another punt here by Braden River. Still 5:07 to go, though, in the third quarter.
They will bring on the punting unit, and Spencer Cater will be the lone return man back for the Tornadoes, standing at his own 40. On 4th and 9. Long count here. Good snap. And again, a kind of a rugby kick, and it's going to be fielded by, off his helmet, and the Pirates recover. At the 35-yard line, fell right off the face mask of Spencer Cater, right into the arms of the Pirates, and they get a break here.
And just like that, Braden River gets the break they need. Let's see, that's the most excitement they've had on the sideline all night. Let's see if that muff punt can change the momentum here, that Booker's really controlled the game since early in the first quarter.
And they have it at the Booker 39-yard line with 4:57 left here in the third quarter, right off the face mask of Spencer Cater. And the Pirates get a break. Peebles, handoff, Humphreys to the 35, to the 30, to the near side, and brought down from behind at the 26-yard line. Good first down run again.
Just like that, 13 yards. That's the most yardage that Humphreys had for a long time on a run.
Titus Humphrey goes 5'10", 185, senior running back for the Pirates. Picks up a first down at the 25-yard line. Humphrey again goes inside, and this time nothing doing. And a couple of Tornadoes come in there quickly to converge. It's Ladarius Bowman along with John Joseph on the stop for maybe a half a yard.
We'll give him one on the play.
You're generous, Eddie. Second down, let's call it 9 from the 25. Single wide out split to either side. Again, no huddle for the Pirates. Peebles back to pass, rolling to the right, looking to throw. Throws on the run to the corner of the end zone. It is deflected, and is it intercepted, or was he out of the end zone? No.
Touchback.
It was caught by Cater out of the end zone.
I think that's an interception.
Or did he say he caught it in and it's a touchback? It is a touchback. Okay. I thought the indication was he was out of the end zone when he caught it.
No.
So it is an interception.
Off the deflection. So there's some redemption for number 21.
Yeah, he gets to redeem that mistake. Spencer Cater intercepting Peebles in the end zone, and now the Tornadoes get the ball right back at the 20-yard line. 4:08 left here in the third, and the Tornadoes, I should say, lead at 20-6.
And there's the old tip drill coming into play.
Yeah, that tip drill, the oldest drill probably in football practice, Ed, and never gets useless. You need that drill, right?
It comes into play upon occasion, and there it did right there for the Booker Tornadoes.
Here's a handoff. Mack breaks through the middle, out to the 30-yard line, and out to the 32 before he's brought down, maybe the 33. And a first down for the Tornadoes.
Just like that.
I checked that. That was not Marlon Mack. That was Darius Jones.
Oh, that was Jones, the other running back, the power back. Darius Jones, number 3.
So they used to call him Max, but number 3 is Darius Jones.
Nice run by
at the
Jones.
33.
He's got some speed of himself, plus he's a power back at 210 pounds.
Wide out split to the far side, empty on the right. And there is a handoff to Mack, and he is brought down in the backfield for a loss. Jones for the loss on that again. And he loses about 3. And that looked like Marcus Balliet in there on the stop.
Yeah, he's knifed in there a couple times to make some tackles in the backfield. When the blitz is on, he seems to be successful at it, and that's what you got to do. Penetrate and get those runners stopped before they get a head of steam going.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line. The Tornado 30. Moving from left to right here in this third quarter. They're up 20-6. I formation. Henderson rolling out, throwing to the far side. Had Waters over there, but overthrew him, incomplete.
Well, it's just a matter of time before they try to go deep to Waters. There's their deep threat. Excellent coverage there by Braden River on that play. Henderson had to roll out to his left, a fairly accurate pass considering he rolled out to his left. He's got a big arm. He was able to get it there, but it falls incomplete. Sets up a 3rd and long situation now for the Tornadoes. 2:49 remaining here in the third quarter.
Tough to throw against the grain like that, but got a lot of air under that one.
Nice throw, better defense.
3rd down and 12. As the Pirates need a stop here. They thought they were going to get a chance to pull within 1 touchdown after they got the muff punt, but Cater got the interception, and now the Tornadoes 3rd and 12. Let's see what they can do right here. Here's a handoff in the backfield. There is Marlon Mack. There's a flag, though, thrown as Mack gets up across the 40 to the 45 for the first down, but this is going to come back. It is a holding call on Booker.
That's too bad. Marlon Mack picked up 14 yards when they needed 12. Took a little bit of a breather there for a couple plays, but Booker hurting themselves on this drive. That's going to move it way back, setting up a real 3rd and long situation.
I can see the Pirates rush this one here if they want to get back into this one, try and force some kind of hurried pass. They've been doing a good job getting in the backfield on some of these running plays. And it's going to be marked all the way back now to the 17-yard line of the Tornadoes. They have to get up to the 43 for the first down.
It's be interesting to see how conservative Booker gets here with a 2-touchdown lead deep in their own territory. You don't want to turn it over.
2 wide out split to the near side, 2 to the far side. Mack standing to the right of Henderson. Waters in motion. Here's the snap. Henderson looking to throw. Getting a good block now. The rush and a flag thrown as Henderson unloads it. He was being rushed in the backfield. That flag was thrown before it would be intentional grounding, but I think he's going to get a holding call on Mack, who was trying to block one of the rushers there.
Well, this would be a play where Braden River should decline it, force a punting situation.
Holding on the Tornadoes. That will be declined. It'll bring up a 4th down. And the Tornadoes will have to punt it from deep in their end of the field. So good rush by the Pirates, forcing Henderson to keep retreating there. And now the punt will have to come from about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, excellent coverage on that play as there was nowhere for Henderson to go. He was trying to get it downfield, but great coverage pressure there, forcing the incompletion and the hold and the punt.
Ravolo standing at his own 2. High snap. Reaches up and gets it. Gets the kick away. Very short kick, though. It's going to bounce at the Booker 35 and bounce backwards and be down at about the 32, 33. Well, 34 is where the official is standing. So a very short kick, and Braden River really gets the ball back where they had it just a moment ago, Ed, on that muff punt.
And I think that's one reason that Booker was trying to go with a long pass there to try to get some field position, because they know they have a punting game that is lacking. That's not an uncommon punt from what we've seen so far this season out of Booker. And that gives great field position to Braden River. And they need to take advantage of the short field right here and stick it in the end zone and make it a one-score game.
Down by 14 points, 20-6. Marlon Mack, 2 touchdowns tonight, 80-yarder, 40-yarder. Titus Humphrey with a 3-yard touchdown. That's the only one for the Pirates so far. And Henderson to Artie Henry, a touchdown pass for the other Booker score. Here's Humphrey straight up the middle on the carry, and he dives down to about the 25-yard line. Another good pickup on first down for Humphrey. And did he get enough for the first? Nope, going to be a little bit short.
About 9 on that play.
Another 9-yard. He's had a bunch of those tonight, 9-yard runs on first down.
Second and short here. Do they go to the end zone?
No huddle again. Single wideouts to either side of the line. Humphreys on the inside handoff. Picks up the first down and plunges ahead to about the 20-yard line. And he gets the first down. And it's 1st and 10 at the Booker 20-yard line for the Pirates. They desperately need a score here. They'd love to get it with time remaining here in the third quarter. 1:43 left. Peebles takes the snap. Hands off again inside to Humphreys. Jumps over a tackler. Gets to the 15. Uses the stiff arm. And he's pushed down at about the 14-yard line. As Darren Daniels didn't let that stiff arm stop him from making the stop. But picks up another 4 or 5 yards on that carry. 5 yards. So 2nd down and 5 at the 15.
Well, that's not Humphrey's forte, running towards the sideline. He needs to put a foot in the ground and turn it up and run with power. But he still picks up a quick 5, setting up a 2nd and medium for the Pirates.
2 wideouts split to the far side, none to the near side. Peebles looking over there, throws. It is caught by Justin Ross, and Ross pushed out of bounds at about the 13-yard line for a short pickup. Trying to overload the right side of the line with receivers there. It'll bring up a 3rd down, only about a 1-yard gain there. So
nice
3rd
defense.
down and 4.